Have you ever heard of vitamin B3? Maybe yes, maybe no. But what almost no one tells you is that after 60 years old, this vitamin can be one of your biggest allies against the most common problems of aging. And if you're over 60, this video is especially for you. It's no exaggeration to say that ignoring niacin, which is the technical name for vitamin B3, might be making you more vulnerable to serious issues like heart attacks, memory loss, diabetes, joint pain, and even depression. A lot of people only find this out after the problem has already shown up. And then comes the hardest part. It could have been avoided. But hold on, because the good news is that there's still time to turn things around. In this video, I'll show you exactly how vitamin B3 works inside your body and what diseases it can help prevent or manage with clear, simple, and direct explanations. So stay with me until the end, because this information can change your health and your quality of life. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That way you won't miss any videos with valuable tips like this one. If you're over 60 years old, there's something you really need to know. And not many people talk about it as seriously as they should. Heart disease is one of the leading causes of death at this stage of life. And the scariest part is that, in many cases, the signs only show up when the condition is already advanced, like in a heart attack, a stroke, or a blocked artery. And then, unfortunately, it's often too late. That's why today I want to introduce you to a powerful and little-known ally, vitamin B3, also called niacin. Maybe you've never heard much about it, but this vitamin plays a key role in the health of your cardiovascular system, working almost like an invisible shield against what we call silent killers. You know that phrase, your cholesterol is high? Well, niacin helps raise HDL, the so-called good cholesterol, the one that helps clean out your arteries. At the same time, it lowers LDL, the bad cholesterol that causes fatty plaques to build up in your arteries. And that's not all. It also lowers triglyceride levels, those fats that float around in your blood, and when too high, raise your risk of heart attack and stroke. Here's another important point. Niacin helps prevent something called atherosclerosis, which is the buildup of plaques on the walls of your arteries. This blockage builds up slowly and quietly, and is often only discovered after it's already caused serious damage. It's like a pipe that's clogging up without you noticing, until one day, it bursts. The most surprising thing is that, even though this vitamin is so important, it's still rarely talked about in doctors' offices or in conversations about prevention. Many seniors watch their diet, exercise, and take their medications, but they don't realize that keeping niacin levels balanced can also be a smart way to protect themselves. We're not talking about miracles here, but about an accessible and complementary care that can make a big difference in the long run. Of course, any supplement use should always be done with a doctor's guidance, because too much niacin can also cause side effects. But knowing that it exists and that it can help protect your heart is the first step to aging with more safety and quality of life. Did you already know that niacin had all this power over the heart? Had you ever heard about its link to cholesterol and triglycerides? Tell me in the comments. I really want to know what surprised you the most. And if this content helped you, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs to take better care of their heart. Prevention starts with information. Well, now that you've seen how vitamin B3 can help your heart, I need to tell you about another benefit that might be even more alarming to ignore: protecting your mind. Yes, niacin also plays a key role when it comes to memory, thinking, and preventing diseases like Alzheimer's. As the years go by, it's natural to notice some changes in how the brain works. Forgetting where you put your glasses, having trouble remembering someone's name, or losing your train of thought in a conversation. These are all common situations, but it becomes a concern when it gets worse. Memory fails more often, words disappear from your vocabulary, focus gets weaker. That's when the warning signs show up, and that's where vitamin B3 becomes so important. Niacin helps your body produce two essential substances called NAD and NADP. That may sound complicated, but think of them as fuel for your brain cells. They give your brain the energy it needs to think clearly, stay focused, and respond quickly. Without them, the brain starts to shut down little by little, which can speed up brain degeneration and raise the risk of dementia, Alzheimer's, and other neurological diseases. What's most impressive is that studies have shown that healthy levels of niacin are linked to a lower risk of cognitive decline. That means it really can help prevent problems with memory and independence, especially after 60 years old. And here's something important to think about. Losing your memory isn't just about forgetting things. It's about losing your connection to your own story, your children, your grandchildren, and the memories of your whole life. It means depending on others for simple decisions, remembering appointments, or even just living your day-to-day life safely. That's why taking care of your brain is taking care of your freedom. And the sooner you start, the better your chances of keeping your clarity, your independence, and your quality of life. Of course, everything should be done responsibly and with your doctor's guidance. But knowing that vitamin B3 can help is already a big step toward making smarter choices. Now tell me in the comments, have you noticed any changes in your memory over the past few years? Let's talk about this with care and without judgment. And if this content helped you, leave a like, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe to keep getting content that truly makes a difference. Now that you've already understood how vitamin B3 can protect your brain, I need to talk to you about something else that really deserves your attention, especially if you're over 60 years old. I'm talking about type 2 diabetes, a disease that affects millions of people in this age group and often develops silently, without clear warning signs at first. Sometimes a person just feels unusually tired, constantly thirsty, or starts noticing blurry vision, wounds that take longer to heal, blood pressure going up for no reason, and then, before they know it, there's the diabetes diagnosis. What you might not know yet is that vitamin B3, or niacin, can also play an important role in preventing and managing type 2 diabetes. That's because it helps improve glucose metabolism, in other words, how the body processes sugar in the blood. For people who are at risk, or even those already living with the disease, this vitamin can help the body respond better to insulin, the hormone that keeps blood sugar levels under control. No, niacin doesn't replace medications or take the place of medical supervision, but it can be a helpful support, allowing the body to react better to insulin and reducing the risk of complications that, unfortunately, are common among people with diabetes: amputations, kidney problems, vision loss, chronic wounds, and even strokes. What really matters here is conscious prevention and daily care. The sooner you take action, the better your chances of avoiding the progression of diabetes or preventing more serious consequences. And that starts with small steps: proper nutrition, regular physical activity, up-to-date checkups, and of course, talking to your doctor about the role of vitamins in your treatment. Living a healthy life after 60 is possible, but it takes action. And information like this can help you make better choices with more independence and a better quality of life. And you, have you been diagnosed with prediabetes? Does it run in your family? Leave a comment below. Let's talk with respect and support. And if this content helped you, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs to take care of their health with more awareness. Well, after talking about how vitamin B3 can help control blood sugar, now I want to show you how it can also make a difference with something many people over 60 know all too well: joint pain. You wake up, try to get out of bed, and there it is. That stiffness in your knee, pain in your hip, a shoulder that feels stuck. And some days, just thinking about climbing stairs, sweeping the house, or walking to the market feels exhausting. In many cases, the discomfort gets so bad that people start avoiding simple movements. They stop walking, driving, exercising. Even carrying a grocery bag becomes a challenge. And the worst part is that a lot of people just accept it as part of getting older. But it doesn't have to be that way. Vitamin B3, or niacin, can be a helpful ally for those dealing with these symptoms. It has a mild anti-inflammatory effect that works directly in the joints, helping reduce the inflammation that causes pain and stiffness, especially in cases of osteoarthritis, a condition that's very common among older adults. It works slowly but steadily. It's not a quick-fix medicine, but a daily support that over time can improve mobility and quality of life. With less inflammation, your body starts to move better. Less stiffness, less pain, more energy to walk, dance, do chores. Even pick up your grandchild without worrying about hurting your back. What many people don't realize is that these aches, if ignored, can slowly take away your freedom to live independently. You start giving up little things, and before you know it, you're avoiding going out, not visiting friends, and losing confidence in your own movements. That's why taking action now is so important. Niacin, as part of a care plan, can be one of the steps that helps you keep your independence. Of course, it doesn't replace medical treatment. If you've been diagnosed with arthritis or other joint conditions, it's essential to follow your doctor's guidance. But talking to your doctor about the possibility of including vitamin B3 in your daily care could open a new door to relief. And what about you? Do you feel joint pain? Which part of your body bothers you the most? Tell me in the comments. Let's share experiences and support each other. And if this content helped you, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who also deals with this kind of pain every day. Well, after talking about joint pain, now I want to draw your attention to something that a lot of people ignore until it really starts to bother them: skin health. If you're over 60, you've probably noticed that your skin feels thinner, more sensitive, and even small wounds take much longer to heal, right? That's no coincidence. As we age, the body naturally slows down its ability to regenerate tissue. The skin loses collagen, circulation decreases, and cell renewal becomes slower. All of this makes the skin more fragile, dry, prone to cracks, itching, and infections. And this is where another valuable benefit of vitamin B3, also known as niacin, comes in. This vitamin plays a direct role in maintaining the structure of the skin, improving hydration, and speeding up the healing process. Niacin also boosts blood circulation, which is essential for delivering nutrients and oxygen to skin cells, helping with regeneration. Another important point is that niacin helps strengthen the skin's natural barrier, protecting it from outside irritants like pollution, microorganisms, and even everyday friction, like wearing shoes, tight clothing, or simply scratching your skin. This makes it especially useful for preventing dermatitis, dryness, and cracks, which are very common on the legs, feet, arms, and hands of older adults. And don't be fooled, taking care of your skin isn't just about looks. Wounded or inflamed skin can become an entry point for serious infections, and in older people, these can spread easily and lead to complications, not to mention the discomfort that can affect your sleep, your mood, and even your desire to go out and be around others. Healthy skin means more freedom, more comfort, and more safety in your daily life. The good news is that with medical guidance, a balanced diet, proper hydration, and, if needed, vitamin B3 supplementation, you can greatly improve your skin health. And with that, your quality of life. Remember, prevention starts with the little things, and well-cared-for skin is a sign of respect and attention to your own body. So, how's your skin doing these days? Have you noticed any changes in the last few years? Share your experience in the comments. I really want to hear from you. And if this content helped you in any way, leave a like, share it with someone going through the same thing, and subscribe to the channel to keep receiving helpful tips like this. Well, after talking about skincare, I want to move on to a topic that's more common than people think, but still often avoided: emotional health. If you've been feeling down lately, lost interest in things you used to enjoy, or even found yourself crying without knowing why, let me tell you something. You're not alone. After 60, it's normal for the body to go through some changes, but what many people ignore, or prefer not to admit, is that emotions change too. Constant sadness, lack of energy, frequent irritability, and even anxiety attacks can start showing up more often. And unfortunately, a lot of people think it's just being dramatic or simply a part of getting older. But it's not. What few people know is that vitamin B3, or niacin, has a direct connection to emotional balance. That's because it helps the body produce essential neurotransmitters like serotonin, one of the chemicals responsible for regulating mood, sleep, appetite, and even motivation. Without enough serotonin, it's like the brain loses a bit of its light, and everything around feels heavier, dull, and colorless. In older adults, this deficiency can make symptoms of mild depression, irritability, and anxiety even worse, directly affecting relationships with family, the desire to leave the house, and even physical health. And as we all know, the body and mind go hand in hand. If your emotional health is off balance, your body suffers too, with more pain, less energy, and a higher risk of other illnesses. In these cases, niacin doesn't replace therapy or psychiatric treatment, but it can definitely be a powerful ally in the emotional recovery process. It helps the body produce the chemical messengers that bring more balance, calm, and well-being to your daily life. Especially when used with professional guidance, it can help restore a sense of joy, better sleep, and even a healthy appetite. Taking care of your mind means taking care of your dignity, your freedom, and your will to enjoy life. After all, being healthy isn't just about having good test results. It's also about feeling happiness in living. And what about you? Have you noticed any emotional changes lately? Share your thoughts in the comments. Opening up is a way to care for yourself and to support others going through something similar. And if this content helped you, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and send it to someone special who might need this information. Now that you've understood how vitamin B3 can help with so many aspects of your health, from your heart to your mood, I need to warn you about something very important. Not all excess is good. And with niacin, it's no different. A lot of people, after learning about the benefits of a vitamin, rush to the pharmacy or start taking it on their own, thinking, if it's natural, it can't be bad. But the truth is that high doses of vitamin B3 should always be taken under the guidance of a healthcare professional. That's because too much of it can cause serious side effects, like intense skin flushing, a hot sensation on the face and neck, a reaction known as flush, and even possible liver problems and digestive issues. The most important thing here isn't to stop using it, it's to use it responsibly. Niacin can be a great ally for your health, yes, but only when it's part of a well-guided care plan, with medical support and regular monitoring. Taking it on your own might cancel out the benefits and bring unnecessary risks. Aging with independence also means being aware of what you put in your body and making informed, balanced choices. There's no magic formula, but there is knowledge. And that's what makes all the difference as the years go by. Had you ever heard about these side effects of vitamin B3? Let me know in the comments if this was new information for you. Well, if you've stayed with me this far, you've already seen that vitamin B3, or niacin, can be an important piece in taking care of your health in many areas: heart, memory, blood sugar, joints, skin, and even emotional well-being. But you also saw that none of this replaces what's most important: medical guidance. Every person has a different body with unique needs and limits. That's why before starting any kind of supplementation, even if it's just a vitamin, it's essential to talk to a trusted doctor nearby, someone who knows your history, your test results, your symptoms. That's responsibility, that's maturity, and that's taking care of yourself with wisdom and self-love. If this content helped you, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any future tips. And share it with that special person who's also over 60 and deserves to take better care of their body and mind. And don't forget to leave your comment down below. Tell me, which of these facts was new to you? Which part surprised you the most? Let's keep this conversation going here. Thanks for sticking with me until the end. See you in the next video, and take good care of yourself. You deserve it.